One of the things that makes our university so unique and so special is the strong support that we give to our students, and also the fact that we are located in New York.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Power of Your Voice, the Trinity podcast in Latin America. In this series, we will invite influential professionals in the world of language teaching and learning to share experiences, projects, and new trends that can inspire you in your daily practice. Are you ready for this new episode? Hello everyone, today we have two very special guests in our Trinity podcast, The Power of Your Voice, Noga and Lisa from Pase University. Welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Hello, Amelia. Thank you for having us.
Thank you both for being here. It's such an honor for us to be able to have this conversation with you, to tell our audience from Latin America of all the amazing projects that you are doing at Pase University, especially at the English Language Institute. So I would like to start with both of you kind of introducing yourselves and what you do at your different areas. So Noga, would you like to start, please?
Sure. Thanks, Amelia, and hello to everyone. My name is Noga Laor, and I'm the Director of Enrollment Management for the English Language Institute at Pase University. That means a lot. That means that I do a lot of different things, but I mainly work with students on their registration process and enrollments. I also work with our outside university partners and agents to build connections so that students will have a pathway to come and study at Pase. And I also work on marketing our programs and doing social media outreach.
Thanks, Noga. Lisa, would you like to share what you do at Pase?
Yes, so thank you again for having us. In my position, I am the Director of International Special Programs. And what that means is that I design custom programs for international groups. So they could be from anywhere around the world at any time of the year. We design programs year-round. They could be for any length. So we've had programs for 3 days or a whole semester, and most of them are between 2 and 4 weeks. With the programs, we add a slew of different features. We have lots of features that are included in each of the programs, which I'll tell you a little bit more throughout this podcast.
Thank you, Lisa. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind our audience that Pase University is a recognizing institution for Trinity exams. This means that if you've already taken an ISA exam, you can present it to the academic authorities at Pase, and it will be accepted as a valid proof of your English language level. We invite you to check our website or Pase's website for more details about this process. Something I'd like to highlight as well is the experience that taking a course at Pase can offer. I'm not sure if you, Lisa and Noga, are familiar with the kind of typical university experience in Argentina, let's say, or in many other countries of this region. But it's not common for us to live on campus and have that college life. We often see in movies or TV shows, and that we find so appealing and fun. What usually happens here is that we move to another city or province, which is the equivalent of your states, and we tend to live either alone or with a family member that's already living in the city, or sometimes with friends, mostly from our own hometown or from a town nearby. And we only go to university to study. So that's why I think that having the chance to live this kind of experience, it's really exciting and kind of special if you have the opportunity to do so. I know that you offer different programs that just students may have this feeling before enrolling at university itself. So, Noga, what can you tell us about the programs that you offer or the different courses that students from abroad, in this case from Latin America, can take at the Institute?
Sure. Well, through the English Language Institute in our open enrollment programs, which are the programs that I work with, which means that basically registration is open to all students, right? And they can start their courses during different semesters. We offer many, many different types of programs that will fit students' individual needs. So for example, we offer an intensive English program for international students. This is a program that will help students improve their grammar and writing skills, conversation and listening, reading and vocabulary skills. So it's for students who want to improve English for personal reasons or professional reasons or even academic reasons. The great thing about the intensive English program is that students can come for a short period of time. We have 6 or 7 week courses if students can only come for a portion of a semester, or students can also come for a much longer period of time. So if a student wants to come for 6 months or 3 months or a year, they can also do that in our intensive English program. In addition to that, we also offer an academic English program, which is for students who have a bit of a more advanced level of English, maybe upper B2 to C1. And this program is really for students who are preparing to enter university, or perhaps they already are in university, but they need English for academic purposes. So in our academic English courses, for example, we focus on writing and research skills, or academic reading skills, or academic communication skills, so that students can be able to make academic presentations. And students, again, can come and study for 1 semester, or they can come and study for 2 semesters. So there really is some flexibility when it comes to the time frame. And in addition to those 2 courses, we also offer short-term programs, specifically short-term summer courses for students who are not able to come for 6 weeks for half of a semester, or they can't come for 12 weeks, a full semester. So we do offer our short-term summer school programs. We have one program which focuses on international relations. It's a Model UN program, which is a perfect program to take if you're in New York City, since we have the United Nations right at our doorstep. And we also offer a leadership and entrepreneurship program, which is another 2-week summer program that we offer, which also, again, focuses on all of these topics that students might really be interested in. The great thing about these 2 courses is that they're not necessarily ESL focused. Students have to have a minimum B1 level of English in order to participate. So students already know some English, and they're really focusing on content. These are content-based and experiential courses, which means that they're hands-on and students get to actually experience the language in real and the content in real time. The great thing about these summer courses is that if students want to come for 2 weeks and take just 1 course, they can do that. And if they want to come for longer, they can come for 4 weeks and take both courses, one right after the other. We also offer our leadership and entrepreneurship program as a winter program, which is offered for 2 weeks in January. So if students are unable to come for during the summer, they can also come during the winter. So we offer many other courses. We offer exam preparation courses. We also offer evening courses for students who are unable to study during the day. And we offer intensive, 2-day intensive weekend courses. So if a student can only come for a short period of time, they can come for 1 weekend and take a full Saturday and a full Sunday course focused on a specific topic, like consumer behavior and marketing, right? Or multicultural psychology. These are all courses that are part of our career skills development series. So we offer those courses as well. And Even in addition to those, we offer some advanced level marketing courses. We have students who are interested in international advertising or ethical marketing, so we offer those courses as well. In addition to all of those programs that are offered by the English Language Institute, the English Language Institute at Pase also has a Global Pathways program, and that is for students who apply to Pace University, undergraduate or graduate programs, and are accepted, but maybe they need a little bit more English practice before they start their programs. In that case, they are entered into our Global Pathways program, where they're able to take some classes with the English Language Institute to improve their English, and at the same time, take some credit-bearing classes as well. And all of these courses, as you mentioned, are offered on our campuses. And it's a great way for students to experience life in New York City. We have a city campus here in New York. We have a campus in Manhattan, but we also have a campus that is our smaller, more suburban campus that is located about 1 hour north of Manhattan. So students really have the option of studying either on a city campus or a suburban campus. And while they are here, they really are able to experience university life. As you mentioned, Amelia, here in the US, students are able to stay on campus, they're able to stay in dormitories, and really get the full college experience by taking advantage of all of our campus facilities, participating in student activities, going to the library, using the gym. They really get the full campus experience when they're studying here.
That's wonderful. Not only, I mean, all the offer, the academic offer, content, perfecting your English language skills, but also the flavor of the New York City life and living in campus, as I was saying before. And I think it's also very important for families, because in general, what happens here in the region, at least, I don't know if in other countries is the same, but families invest, due to the economic differences, invest a huge amount of money to send their children to study abroad. So it's a big decision. So having the opportunity to experience that before making that huge decision investment for your family, it's something, I mean, which is very useful for them. And having the opportunity for families also to decide where your son or daughter will live while taking the course is also important, because some families may not be comfortable with their students living at university and living that life. Maybe they are more conservatives and they want their children to be off university, lives with families, foster families, or live alone in an apartment, at least for that period of time. So I think offering this flexibility is very useful for decision makers, if you're a young adult or if your family is going to take care of the course and of your stay there as well. So Lisa, would you like to tell us more about, is there a difference between booking these courses as a group? Does the experience change? Are the courses different, or the same courses are applied for individuals or for groups?
Yeah, so since it's a custom designed program, organizers have a choice. If there is something in our open enrollment catalog that they are interested in, but the timing doesn't work out, right? Like they can't come through for those specific 2 weeks or whatever. Like if the timing doesn't work out, we can then design a custom program using the same curriculum that we use for our summer school programs in leadership and entrepreneurship, or the international relations model UN. We can use the same curriculum, but do it at a different time in the summer or a different time anytime during the year. So the organizers for those groups have options. for the custom design programs, we have a range of topics. So it can be basic general English. If they want to bring a group from, say, if there's a language school listening here, if they want to bring a group just to do an immersion program in New York as sort of an add-on to what they do at their schools, we can do a general English course. And like Noga was saying, we can add the accommodations, we can add meals, we can add visits, like excursions to fun locations, right? There's a lot of fun things to do in New York. I think we can come up with a few. Or we can do something specific to the curriculum. So if they want to do something, maybe that adds to whatever content we have put into the course. So that's English. We do English Plus as well. So if there's, they want to focus on English skills, but add some content, like I was just saying, we have done courses in different STEM fields. So climate change or AI, which is a hot topic, right? Or in the business world, we've done leadership skills for women, to be very specific, or technical English stuff. And if they want to do an English Plus, maybe in medicine or law or something like that, we can. So we're open to design, we're open to ideas. So normally with those types of programs, I sit down with an organizer and I ask them, what are your students looking for? What kind of experience do you want your students to have? And then we design it from there. So we can do, of course, the course and accommodations, meals, airport transfers, even offer a Metro card because the easiest way to get around New York is the subway, right? Don't take taxis. or walking. Walking is a great way to get exercise and see New York. So I highly suggest doing that as well.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. I was thinking when I was listening to both of you and just sharing what you offer, that they are very aligned with the Trinity exams in general, because our exams are, of course, they cover the English language part of the exam, which is obvious, but also they're very topical in nature. So there are two tasks that students need to perform in the exam. One is choosing a topic to discuss with the examiner, and the other task is a conversation where they discuss, according to the level, different subject areas. The examiner may choose different areas according to the level, but they prepare for those areas beforehand with the teacher. So maybe the teacher wants to expand on certain areas that were of interest to the students, or future areas that they will need. Maybe it's not the year they will take the exam, but the exam will come in the future. So she starts like paving the way for those areas. And the areas are very modern and open. For example, pollution, recycling, talking about politics, talking about money, talking about, so they are very general because they can be taken by young people or adults. So they need to be general. But then if they want to make like a bespoke kind of course or have it custom made, they can share with you what the areas of interest are and maybe work on those. Is that a possibility?
Of course, yeah, we can, that would be absolutely a possibility. We could design something that would fit the needs of the students in order to prepare for the exam as well.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking that this exam in particular fosters lots of soft skills, what we call these days, critical thinking, collaboration, working in groups. So living this experience is not only going to show you that everything you've been studying and working so hard to achieve, the language itself, not only the language, but also the other skills that come, in this case, with the preparation of this exam. So I think it's a wonderful experience for young kids or adults, young adults who are thinking of having this experience of studying abroad. I think it can transform lives because it opens your mind and your perspective, cultural awareness. And I imagine that people come from all over the world. So, right? Am I right? They are in contact with people from all over the world.
Yes, of course.
Yes, actually in 2024, we had 47 different countries represented in ELI throughout the year. So we have students who study with us from, like you said, all over the world. And that's one of the great things of being in a classroom, that you're able to interact with students from different countries and different cultures. And it's a great learning experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to say for the custom groups, we often have a few groups here at the same time. So even though you're in a closed group with people from your own country, you have the opportunity. We design these mixers. So like a social mixer where the groups can come together and talk about their different cultures, and we do a whole activity around
That's
that.
amazing.
And students love it because they get to meet peers from different countries.
That's great. That's a great opportunity. What about the visas? Because we know that for some countries in the region, here in Latin America, it's easier to get a visa. And for some other countries, it's not that easy. So is there some restrictions, or what do they need to know about visas to be able to take these courses?
I think what's important for students to know, Amelia, is to first of all, really focus on what type of program they'd like to study in. And they really need to think about what their goals are. So if they're interested in coming for a short-term program, that's really all they have the ability to do or the capacity to do it in the moment. There are students are able to come in with a tourist visa or an ESTA waiver. If they're coming for a very short period of time, for a very, very short course, and they're studying part-time, right? They're not studying full-time. However, if the student's goal is to stay for a longer period of time, if the student's goal is to eventually perhaps begin their undergraduate or graduate studies in the United States, then their best course of action is to apply for a student visa and go through that process and study full-time. So it really, really depends on the student's goals. There is a lot of flexibility when it comes to visas, and Lisa can talk a little bit more about the different types of visas that students in international special programs have. But it really depends on the student's goals. So if they're only interested in coming for a short period of time, they have a lot of flexibility, right? When it comes to an ESTA waiver or a tourist visa. But if they're planning on making a longer commitment, then their best course of action is to begin the process and apply for an F1 student visa.
Mm-hmm. And in international special programs, most of our courses are short, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, something like that. So students will come over on either a tourist or an ESTA if that's available in their country. But for some of our longer courses, and especially, I forgot to mention that we work with organizers at different educational levels. So we work with high schools, but we also work with universities. So if there's a university that wants to partner with us and they want to bring students for a longer period of time for a special program, then it's best for them to come on a J visa. So we also offer J in addition to the F, so that they can come over as a visiting student. And that gives the students the opportunity to do an internship right after there. As part of the benefit of a J visa, they're able to do an internship after their course.
Thank you. Thank you both. That's very useful information. I think when you need to make such a big decision, you need to take into account everything that's involved. So to finish off, to start rounding off this episode, I would like to ask any of you, whoever wants to answer, why is PACE unique? What makes it special for students? Why choosing PACE?
Well, we do, of course. Sorry, we make it special now. I wanted to mention as part of to answer this question is we have a university discovery program, a course that we design with an organizer in mind, and this is a program to highlight what is special about Pace University. So we invite PACE admissions to come and talk to the students. This is mainly for high school level students, but to talk about what is special about Pace University. They talk about the Career Services Department will also come and talk about their career services at Pace University is a huge department. They have many connections around New York City and state. One of the things that PACE students are able to do is not only one internship while they're studying, they usually do multiple. So during this university discovery program, we have career services come in and talk about that, as well as take them through the process of writing their first resume or how to pitch themselves quickly, like an elevator pitch. In this program also, we invite professors from different departments like the business school and the computer science school to come and talk to students about current trends in those fields. Many of our professors, of course, are teaching, but also working in their respective fields. So they bring in real life knowledge of what's going on in the industries that they work in. So this university discovery course is a great opportunity for organizers, especially at the high school levels, to come and get a taste of PACE.
That's great. Thanks for sharing
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yes. And as Lisa mentioned, studying with the English Language Institute or international special programs at PACE gives students the opportunity to really experience college or university life in a short period of time, right? Or a longer period of time, but if they don't have a long period of time, in a short period of time. And one of the things that makes our university so unique and so special is the strong support that we give to our students, and also the fact that we are located in New York. So being especially in New York City and being part of this culture, New York City is so dynamic and it's so vibrant. It is really the city that never sleeps. There's always something to do and so many different people to meet. That really is one thing that makes our university so special. And to just comment on something that Lisa mentioned in terms of the program that she was just discussing, the University Discovery Program, something that is so important to students and parents now is return on investment. As you had mentioned, Amelia, making this decision to study, especially in the United States, it's not an easy decision to make. And when you do make that decision, it's usually comes with a financial commitment, right? So you have to be ready to make that financial commitment. So a lot of students and a lot of parents nowadays are really focused on, as I mentioned, return on investment. What am I going to get back, right, from the money that I put into this experience? And the English Language Institute programs, or the programs that we offer here at the ELI, are really focused on giving students that hands-on learning, allowing them to experience the language and learn the language, but also, as you had mentioned, Amelia, focusing on soft skills as well. So working in teams, critical thinking, etc. A lot of our programs really focus on developing those skills. And Pace University in general is ranked among the top 9% of private US colleges for return on investment.
Yeah, I think that's very important because it connects with everything we've been discussing today. And also, I would say if I could give a piece of advice to any friend of mine or student of mine or organizations that work with us, if you have the possibility of the families have the possibility of investing in this amazing experience, because it's not only to prove your language proficiency, it's cultural, it will open your mind, it will foster different soft skills and bring people together and connect with people from all over the world. It's such an amazing opportunity to have as a young kid or as an adult, a young adult, even before making this huge decision of studying abroad, which is another discussion. So just to finish off this episode, I would like both of you or any of you to just give a piece of advice to either a student who's thinking of taking on these courses or studying abroad in general. What would you say to them?
I would give several pieces of advice, Amelia. I won't go on for too long. But I would say, first of all, make sure that you set clear goals for yourself. Really think about what type of program you want. As I had mentioned earlier, do you want a short-term program? Do you want a longer-term program that will eventually lead to university studies? So that would be another piece of advice. Do your research. Take a look at whatever programs or schools you're interested in. See if those programs or schools have the courses that are the right courses for you. Plan your budget. Understand the type of visa that you are interested or that you'll be able to apply for. So understand the visa process. And then finally, once you are here in the United States, my biggest piece of advice would be to make the most of your experience. So don't just go to class and then go back home. Get involved on campus, go to events, volunteer if you can. Make friends with people from both your home country and other countries, and really immerse yourself in the culture and experience the environment that you're in.
Lisa, any piece of advice?
Yes. So I would agree with everything that Noga said. I feel like there is no other positive life experience that is so impactful on a person as studying abroad. Like Noga was saying, you get to try a whole other culture. You get to be a different person, right? You get to experience what it feels like to live in another place and eat different foods and meet different people. And I think with all of that, it builds your life confidence, right? You leave a country and you're like, I did that, right? I experienced that. I know I can manage certain life challenges. And you might leave and be like, I know that I am going to do well in my life because I have been able to do this. I have confidence now. So the advice, I guess, is to study abroad, right? Like to give yourself that gift and that experience.
I completely agree with Lisa. Just one last thing. I think that experience of studying abroad is so life-changing. And Lisa and I both work in higher education, so of course we're biased. But I believe that the reason that we work in higher education is because we truly believe that education changes lives. So studying abroad is really a life-changing experience for the better.
Noga, Lisa, thank you so much for all the input, valuable information, advice. I mean, it was everything and more. So I think our audience has lots of food for thought if they are planning on taking on these kind of experiences, studying abroad. And I think Pase University is a great place to do so. New York City, I mean, what can we say about New York? Doesn't get any better than that. So thank you so much for your time and for being part of our podcast.
Thank you for having us, Amelia. It was a pleasure.
Yes, thank you.